Hey guys, Nick from Weekly MMA Breakdowns. I wanted to break down the UFC Fight Night Blanchfield versus Andrade main event plus all the other fights. So we got like 11 fights on the whole thing. Yeah, it should be pretty decent. The main event should be pretty good at least, unless it's a whole. I don't think it'll be a whole grappling clinic, but we'll see. I'll break that one down pretty soon, and yeah, we'll get right into it. The first fight on the night here, we got Juan Camilo Ronderis. See, I've seen this name totally wrong. Versus Clayton Carpenter. Clayton Carpenter should get this done, but this is kind of a, I wouldn't say even matchup, but this could kind of go either way. So just be careful betting on this one. If you're one of those people who like to parlay the whole card, just don't go ahead and just start parlaying these two or either one. I kind of want to see how they both do before even betting on them. If you guys like live bets, maybe they'll be good for a live one, but even then it still might be sketchy. I could see it going a weird decision. We've been seeing a lot of those lately, so. But the next fight's AJ Fletcher versus Themba Gorimbo. And he's supposedly on Tapology. Themba is at #1 out of like South Africa or something, it said. I believe so. And then AJ Fletcher, he's really good. He's lost to like some really good guy like Matthew Semmelsberg, who we saw him destroy Matthews pretty handedly. It was pretty one-sided. And then his last loss was to Angelusa. And Angelusa is like he used to not look as good, but now he's like changed his game up. So Angelusa is someone to watch too in the welterweight division. This one's kind of weird. I think people are starting to lean towards Themba for some reason. Actually, no, they're leaning AJ Fletcher. Themba could get this done, but AJ Fletcher's wrestling, I think, is going to be the biggest. It's going to be the biggest factor in this whole thing. And if AJ Fletcher doesn't like get caught like coming in by with like a knee and getting knocked out completely, I can just see him controlling basically two or three rounds, basically the whole fight. So AJ Fletcher is a pretty good play, I think, but just be careful with that one again because Themba is probably live for a knockout. And then the next fight on the card, Nazem Sadikov versus Evan Elder. Yeah, Nazem, I think will get this done, but I'm pretty sure when I looked at this one before, they're pretty even. I see Evan has a loss. Preston Parsons, who's really good, he lost to him by decision. So, I can see why the other guy's the favorite, but, yeah, be careful. Sorry. Be careful with this one. That's all I'm going to say. There's some of these fights are weird, but Nazem, I guess, could get it done. So, if you're going to pick one, I guess just go with him. And then the next fight, we got OSP versus Philip Lins. Felipe Lins, I like Lins in this a lot, but OSP is like a sleeper. I know he got knocked out, I think, one of his last fights, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah, he did get knocked out by Tanner Boser, which is pretty bad. And he lost to Jamal Hill. But this is back in this is back when he tried to do like a heavyweight move, and it didn't really work out. So him lightweight against Felipe Lins should be pretty good, but I don't know. This one's a weird one. It can go either way. So just make sure you guys, if you're going to bet on this fight, yes, OSP would be a safe bet. I think he might be an underdog too. So OSP might be a good play. Just keep an eye on that one. The next one, Jamal Emmers versus Hussein Ashabov. Oh, yeah, I remember looking at this one. This one's kind of a close one. It's like they're all really close. But this one, I think Ashabov should get it done. He's undefeated still. He had a little bit of a layoff, too. His last win was like almost 3 years ago. So it's sketchy. But this guy's last loss was like a year ago to a heel hook, and Ashabov like submits everyone. So they're both coming off long layoffs. So, I side with the Russian. Ashabov should get this done. And then next, Lena Landsberg versus Mara Bueno Silva. I mean, I know Silva's a huge favorite. She's really good, by the way. But she just needs to, stick to a game plan. Lena Landsberg's, like, good, but she's not, like, that good. So, yeah, Silva should get this done. And, yeah, that's about it. The next one, Jim Miller versus Alexander Hernandez. Yeah, this one's like a toss-up, but I would side with, if you have to side with someone, I would probably side with, Jim Miller. He's a dog. Alex Hernandez is good. He's probably going to beat him, but Jim Miller is a veteran. He knows what to do. Alex Hernandez lost to, like, some, not bad people, but he has weird losses, so I'd probably pick Jim Miller to win. So just, if you're going to bet on it, don't say, like, oh, listen to you. I'm just telling you. Jim Miller's probably going to win, but if Alex Hernandez wins, I wouldn't be surprised either. I'm probably just going to sit back and watch this one. William Knight versus Marcin Prachnio. I actually like Marcin in this. I know he's had some trouble, getting knocked out. William Knight's been getting knocked out. I think he got knocked out one of his last fights, I believe, William Knight. Yeah, he got knocked out by Devin Clark. And then, hold on, why won't it come up? Yeah, Marcin went to a decision with Felipe Lins, so he didn't get completely knocked out. He knocked out I can't even say his name. Ike Villanueva. Alright. And he beat clear Roundtree decision. Yeah, Marcin should get this done. I mean, William Knight could just hold him, but yeah, I could see this being a Marcin fight, but again, be careful with this one. Excuse me. The next one, Josh Parisian versus Jamal Pogues. This one's interesting as well. I mean, Josh's grappling is pretty good for the heavyweight division, so I would side with Josh on this one. Jamal, I think he has one win, right? The Contender Series, yeah. So, I mean, he's definitely has some, like, sort of UFC experience, like, because it's basically the same thing at this point, Contender Series and fighting in the Apex in terms of, like, environment, but different opponent caliber in terms of Parisian. So, yeah, I like Josh in this. He's becoming a bigger underdog, I believe, too. So, if the line gets any bigger, I might throw some dollars on him. Next, we got, I don't know the order, obviously. Like, just going by Tapology, so these probably aren't going to be the exact order, but the co-main is Zach Poaga versus Jordan Wright. This is probably a Zach Poaga play because Jordan Wright just always leaves his chin out. He always gets hit. Zach Poaga is pretty good. He had a pretty decent, knockout win when he won on the, the Ultimate Fighter, I believe. Or is it Fight Night? Oh, never mind. He actually lost to Usman. Uh-oh. I remember that now, too. Uh-oh. Shit. I did not realize that. I thought it was in someone else, but now that's him that got knocked out by Usman's brother. Oh, shit. Jordan Wright could knock him out, too, so we'll see what happens. I still pick him, but Jordan Wright could win, so just be careful with that one. I'm not going to touch that one. So the main event, Jessica Andrade versus Erin Blanchfield. This is going to come down to the grappling. Like, the striking, obviously, is going to be a factor, but if Erin can't do anything in the grappling department, it's going to be Jessica just beating her up and just going to win. So Jessica's probably safe if you're going to player. So, and we saw like Lauren Murphy, she destroyed her. So as long as she can keep the grappling thing at bay there in Blanchfield, she should be all right. She's a little shorter, but she deals with that her whole life, so it's not anything new. Sorry, I have like the hiccups from laying down. But yeah, definitely probably yeah, Andrade. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. If you tuned in, sorry about last week. I meant to post the video sooner, but I had a back surgery on the 3rd of February, so I was like laid up for a few days, and by the time the main event was coming around, I basically got the thing up the day of. So I'm sorry, and I'm gonna get these up a little earlier now. I'm basically fully recovered. I just had to lay down a little bit again, but yeah, I'm doing good. So thanks, and yeah, make sure to subscribe and like and comment on the videos, and yeah, thanks for everyone. Have a good day. Nick from Weekly MMA Breakdowns.